The fire had finally come. Day after day of howling Diablo winds, dry gusts of heat and dirt, and now the sky glowed deep, dark orange, the wind an angry, vindictive gale. It had come. Hell would not be stopped. For years the forest had been quivering in anticipation, waiting. The drought sucking every last bit of moisture from the undergrowth. The last 12 months the hottest and driest in California on record. The tree canopy sagging and wilting, the big conifers dripping limbs and throwing off great shards of bark. The trees knew, and they were trying to give themselves the best chance. Beneath the tinderbox of forest litter, the ground was nothing but dust and rock. No worms, no bugs, only ants protected by their spit mounds of red earth. A strike of lightning, a careless moment, a deliberate act of pyromania. Who knew how it started? But that small spark somewhere deep in the mountains had now become the roaring, angry tempest surging up the valley towards the town, racing across the top of the forest canopy, jumping from ridge to ridge, like climbing fingers of malfeasance crushing everything in their grasp. The smoke rising in mountainous plumes in a convection column that would soon create its own weather system, a climate feedback loop that would turn day to night. No lights on anywhere. Anyone with any sense had left hours ago. There was only one person left, and the second was about to arrive. The blue Ford pickup pulled up to the curb. Eyes watched as Doyle stepped out of the truck, paused, looked around, chin up, sniffing the air, then slowly walked down the drive towards the shed. He stopped in front of the color-bond front wall, put a face into the wind again. He put his hand on the metal door, pulled it back quickly. A moment's hesitation before he forced it open with his shoulder. His back disappeared into the windowless steel box. It was now or never. No more than 20 steps down the drive. The metal door, the steel wall, the pulsing heat. How hot must it be inside? An oven. The scrape of metal on metal was audible even from out here. Doyle must have been moving things around, a clang and a rattle. He was looking for something. The door was slightly ajar. It had a bolt and latch on the outside. It looked rusty. Working it loose wouldn't be easy, but there was a key. The key slid into the latch, but the door needed a hard wrench to close, so it banged shut. The key turned. The lock held. "Hey!" Doyle yelled. A pull on the door from inside. "Hey, what the fuck? Open the door!" Remove the key. Work fast. "Who's there? Open the fucking door!" Another hard pull from inside rattled the frame, but the door held tight. A more desperate shout now, fear creeping in. "Open the door, motherfucker!" Back away. Up the drive. 20 steps into the violent, smoky darkness.